Follow it through. Two, three, two, three, fly. Two, three, fly. Four. Four. Your very first truth. True. It's still true. The music beats on to me. I still find my mind. It's somewhere lost out there in time. I find out it's still true. When two flew through to fall, and I held my horse, and I got that good ball. Now the form is yours, but the very first two just drop in. Then you think about it more, and the music goes on to score. Now the best you can't play is the beats you don't crave when you try to make. Now is it still the truth if it's just still just two? But two means it's four, two. And I think about what it might be more. But still I find out it's not mine to say or debate or even say. I find out I'm not a fake and I still go frank. But then I get frank and I go, well, it's not quite so. Still it might be true if you find out it's not the music that you score. It's only the beat that you make when you find out it's more. And I hope to place myself still somewhere to be seen. But I can't hold it down and I can't hold it up. I can't lift it down to where I find out it's not enough. And I score myself in place. Cause I find out still not my day. Then I think I just fanked it. Because it's still just two when you follow it through. But it becomes through before there was two. And then I thought they flew straight through. But that couldn't just be my fluke. Unless it's not a fluke, and I think maybe it's not my name. Because my name can't be placed if I best say. But still it might be confused to be seen. But these days I can't think about the beach because the music doesn't make me sing. And I say it's not true unless it's two through four. And then I thought it's still a true fourth because it's not just that old form. Then I might make up my horse and I might place down my course. But if it's not just oh no, is it cause? Just because it's not like dust when it comes to being clustered. And I think it not just stirs, it stirs. And then I say, is it true that you make out like it's wears dirt? Then I say, is it not dirt if it's not down? But the best play that you play ain't the best mate that you take. And I think about nails, but I can't make it out because the sound ain't mine to play. And I think it's not just my score, unless I take that long walk. And I think maybe that's where it scores, because I can't just scorch. So if man dropped in today, and today has always been, then the only place it could start is in the middle. But it wouldn't be found at the middle. It'd be at the edge where the beginning was. So man and woman right here today. All the way to the left, yes. Children became. All the way to the right.
Yes, thanks for that. That's honest, mate.
Children became. A man was right here, but he had to have two. That means man had a girl, but they never married and never had kids. But all their time gathered together. And I thought it said, yeah, that could be true.
Yeah, mate. Let's go. Gee. I think that's it there. Don't talk about me yet, Daddy. I'm watching the video at the moment. See what this young fella's got to say.
This here where man and woman are. Could be any today in the line of life. today is one today. And I looked online about this and I set her up. Then I can sort of get that today up until we build houses. If there's no houses, we don't chop down trees.
Damn right. Damn right, mate. We still be at mine today.
Then I could say, yeah, that's it, you know, today's life. I've got this progress now. There's progress these days.
Walked down them stairs dressed by God. In flew what was two, if not come through. Follow in one, but what's one mind? If it makes it up just because it's not there to be online, then I'll find it blind, Ed, but still it won't be edit, would it, if it's edited? Now I say not this could it not be, but through you must see. So to or through these you see, so first was through thee came, through he came from flew down the stairs and stood up on the stair. Then said, would they be looking at me if they're looking through there? Now I say, is it clear if I can tell you? But before there was two, there'd have to be flew one to make whole two. Now two could be one, but two is one. As flew through two, and two said that's through, and became four forced as four forts. But four forts were 1, 2, 3, 4. To match the first fort, two became one through, two was one whole four. Now follow it through. Could it still be the truth? Yeah, right. Okay. Okay then. Now in today, the beginning, where that sun came down the landing strip and then took in and said, wait, just wait. If I said wait, would you say hold wait and make wait? Or would you say one can't wait? If it's through two and two through four, then was it a true fort? And it wasn't just some sort of forced entry, you're saying? You're saying forced entry? Or you're saying fourth century? Fourth century? That might be a forced intrusion, a forced intruth. It might be reinforcing that truth. That one truth, one tooth is the first tooth, but two front tooth, but through the tooth come. So through had to be the first word that was said, but they said it like two, and then eventually they said follow through, you know, not two, through. Then they spelled T-H-R-O-U-G-H, you know, but that's the first one they said. Oh yeah, but they spelled it at T-H-O-R, four, O-R. So through was two, thrown to through, and it came through forced, fought, entry of the store as the true truth. Now strip me down to the seated signs. Egyptian chaos causing my mind. Egyptian chaos causing. Egyptian curses causing my mind. Egyptian curses causing my mind chaos and stress at the same time. Now, it had to be true because still truth, still truth, still truth, still the truth, still the truth, Still the truth. Honey, I'm a bit worried about this. So, where did it begin? You know, the thought must have came from here because it's still true today. You know, they've witnessed me, the Son. You know, if the Son was here today with us, we'd go, holy shit, you know. I'd be this fella right here. You know, hiding in the crowd. But I'd be going, holy shit, son. Holy shit. You know, from right here today, went all the way back there to that man probably named Falls. Probably named Fall. You know, that sun god. You know, the sun god. You know, the sun god. Yeah, so he was the sun god. Like, so he sounded good. He sounded it out good and followed it through from here today where we can actually make sense of what they were saying back then. Oh, yep. But back then, they couldn't just be like, came in from here. Did they come in from here, Daddy, you're saying? Let me put you in front there, Jim. Are you saying, Daddy, that they came through from here to back there where it was they flew from here back to there, and then they stood there and went, two. There was two of us that went, there was two of us here in the morning time. It's evening now that we landed back there, but there was two of us. Where's the other one of us? So they must have flown both ways. From here, where the truth went, roof, and hit the bloody roof, and they just went, and all stars went down like that. And they then stood at each end and said, well, still true. Follow it through. And land at true. Follow it through and land at true. Through two. So through two. Yep, boom. Through two. And what do you have? Two. So it's true. It's true. Yeah, I'm the original dancer that they made back then, centuries, years, billions of Egyptian codes ago. I mean it, they dated me. I was the kid Wyatt back then that got chucked out from the end. You know me, chuck shit out at the start of the day. You know, yep, not doing that today. Yep, not doing that today. Yep, not doing that even this weekend. Yep, that there, not doing it all. Not going to get out to bed this morning. No, chuck that in the bin. Just chuck that straight out. You know, they chucked me straight out at the end. They saying that, son. They chucked me out at the end, you know, so. Right. I couldn't speak back then. You know, I was too smart. So I was doing these ones, you know. And they started to talk and remember what I said here today. That it was the truth, that he was. Yeah, I think so, but then the other group must have gone that way. You know, so one went back in time and one went forward in time. And then they both came to here, where we could say, have we seen ourselves today? Right. Then I must crash and collide and go through to where I'm already driving. Because if today is today, before there was progress, like that son there, Travis Tondo was saying, I'm sure he's a son, he looks like a male, but if that is true, then before there was progress, we could clearly say that it didn't matter what day of the week you arrived, you know, whether you had days or not, but before there was progress and calendars and all that, then we could say, yeah, I came today. We've always been here today. It didn't matter where we met and say, yeah, today's where I'm at. So that can be stored as a true as well. But still, like, now that there's houses, it gets a bit confusing to, like, locate that today. But you could still say that, yeah, so if there was no houses and we never cut trees down, then any day that anyone arrived, if you looked into, like, where did it actually start, you just go, it started today. Yeah, but then you got to go, yeah, so when did my mum start? Well, she started today. And her mum, today. And their mum, today. And their mum, today. Their mum, today. Their mum, today. And their mum, today. Okay, Daddy, I get it. And their mum, today. Today. And then, and then it just runs off. It just runs, keep going, like, down that way. Until it comes to today, where I arrived. Yeah, okay. That's false. But still, it's true, isn't it? It's true, yeah. That the truth is true. That God is true, yeah. God is definitely true, that's for sure. I don't know about that, son. I don't know about that, son. Yeah, because today, like, the truth is, in the beginning, we were made. But the beginning where we were made was when our mum and dad got together. Yep. Mum's always older, dad's always younger. So dad became my mum, and mum became my dad. Because mum got younger when I died, you know. Yep. And then dad returned to being mum, and mum became again dad. I've gone a bit beyond that. Well, if you look at the beginning today, yeah, and you try to go, where did they first arrive then? Yep. So where did that first mum arrive? Today. Shit. Today mum arose. Today I looked at this stone. Yeah, but today is the beginning, yeah? In the beginning you were made. Yeah? Everyone agree on that here? I agree, mate. Yep, in the crowd, everyone hold the signs up. Yep, we got around the crowd. Around the crowd, yep, that's 100% completion. And also in the beginning, you can say marking yourself at the end. If it goes back that way, and it comes around like this, then what's it say about the ones that don't go that way? They can't actually see. In the end, it's closed between two, following it through to the beginning. Because one eye, two eyes, looking through both eyes, makes four that see one as two. But there's not one as two, there's only one. Because in the beginning was man, which is today. And from today, everyone flew back. Because man is the solar complex that bridges time. Man arrives today, everyone hits the roof and goes back. Then in came the kids of today. Because they followed it through to where it was made. In the beginning. Yep, but that now means with progress, we lost instant subtraction to my today. That's correct, yep. Because houses got built, you know, calendars got made, all that scheduling stuff that needed to happen for the big project that we had to get it done on time, you know. So here we were today, we heard about, we got this job, I'm going to make the universe. The man went, fuck that, I can't do this job, it's already done. And everyone just went, whoop, all the stars went back. You know, the moon backflipped. The moon, that's a satellite beaming straight at the sun. Became the world and they fucking landed in it. I said, true. We got to follow that job through. And then they've done that job. And they got here today. And they'd all forgot the job. The last part of the mission, mate. Just sitting down at the son's house. Because in the end, there already had to be a house there. Otherwise, it would have been like today where we've got houses. We would have lost today. But it was houses back then, mate. Because it wasn't back then, mate. It was back then when he said it in the beginning. Back then when he said in the beginning, mate. Yes, mate. I agree, mate. It wasn't back then. It was back then in the beginning where he said it, mate. And when he said it, mate, he said it back there in the beginning. Now we're here at the beginning. We're going, well, he didn't say it back there then, did he? No, he said it back there behind the camera, mate. No, that's true. But at the same time, now I'm looking at it wiser. I'm going, there was already a house back there. Then where's that house today? So we already had houses here today in the beginning. But then we had to go all the way back to get that job done for ourselves. So everyone learns here at the very edge of the life where it started. Yep, we're going to get all this tech work done, everything like that. We're going to build it for ourselves. You know, every kid's going to have a start, you know. Every kid's going to start like these days. There's not that much work out there. There's more young children than older children. You know, children population growing. And there's not that many jobs, you know. Yep. So every kid gets to start. But then they're retired by the time they're 32, you know. Pretty much, mate, you're not working that harder. Unless you're a business operator, you might be doing a bit more work. But those people love doing that, you know. That's where they sit. Yep. But now if we look at the project when it commences, then we're looking at the project when it commences, we're going to go, shit. We're going to go back and do all that again. Because you're missing the mark still, guys. You're missing the mark still. Because we can't really go forward once we've completed the job where it was made. Yeah, I still see it. I still see it. So you're saying that means in the beginning had to be man and his woman. Yes, Danny. And they didn't actually have kids, like intercourse and sex like that. But all their kids became back there and forgot about it. Maybe they didn't forget about mum, but they forgot about dad. Thought mum was just telling a story about dad. Oh. Shit, that's through the roof. That's through the roof, mate. That's through the roof, mate. Oh, shit, damn right. Damn right, so we failed the bloody job, didn't we? Nah, no way. No way, the Indigenous got tunnels under Australia. Yeah, and they done the canyons over there. Niagara Falls, they built all that damage and all that stuff over there. Yeah, bloody yo. That's why we need machines today to do those jobs, you know, to dig out all those trenches and stuff. Back in the day, we dug the whole estuary here in Australia. The whole estuary, the Indigenous culture dug out. Well, they dug out with little pickaxes and shovels and shit. I knew water would seep through the ground because the ocean runs right under, you know. So if they dug it out a bit, and that water would come up. Yep. So in the end, everyone done the project completion. But no one's really got to pay for it yet. Now, in the end, we only made money. Yep, fucking oath, son. To get that project going even better and quicker to get it done on time. Yep. Now that we've got all the money in the world, we put that all together and pay everyone evenly. Yeah, shit, that's good. That's good sauce, son. That's dead right. Because it's got to be true, doesn't it? Yeah, it's got to follow it through. You know, it wasn't to. You know, it was through. So that means we came through from... Because that's the only way we can go back to there. We can't just come through like from out there. That means we were already wet. So if that's the case, that means we've done one job, finished that job, started the next job, finished this job, and then we'll go and do the next job. That means then some people don't make it to the next job. And the world like floods, you know, and begins again. And that way it can't be forever, which everyone compels me that it is, you know. You know, it goes, yep. For it to be forever. And for today to always be. Then there has to be completion. Because you've got to follow it through. Yeah. That's right. So maybe I'm really just the angel on time. Yep. And it was dead even at the start. You know, the population that we had. Straight back in time. Then all stars marked on the roof for birth cycles. And dropped the oldest, you know. And the oldest will be the youngest children here today. And I guess it's true about what we say of recorded history. You know, what we have of recorded history. How old it actually is recorded. Yeah, about 10,000 years. Earliest recorded history, 10,000 years. So the calendar might be 2,000, but it's 10,000 that side. 5,000, and split 2-1. And as you make it seem, then you couldn't make it right. Unless it's divided by the core, then no truth can make. Yeah, I'm still seeing it not right though. I'm still seeing it not right because there had to be a house there already, didn't there? for us to go back from today to where we followed it in. Now you follow it through from here. Yep. That means there had to already be a house here today. When we arrived at my today, and today is always my today, no matter where you were in time, before there was progress, there had to already be a house there. Otherwise, where I arrived today, there'd be no house. So if there's already a house there, then what house would that be? A select chair, a beach, or something named as a building? You know, where God walks in. Oh. Oh. Yep. 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 Because the way I look at it, yeah, if there wasn't already a chair there, or a set of stairs, then how could I look at myself sitting down on one, or climbing up too? If I don't look at it, then what do I make? No match that I need. And I look not at that. So I can't see that. I can't see that. I know you can't, because it's bloody scary. It's bloody scary, you know? If you can't see that, then what do you make? And if you see that, then what do you take? They're wedged out eagles today. I know, because they can't see it for their own selves. So in the beginning it was smart to take from yourself before it was even to make out from anyone else. Now where would the start be? The day you work it in? Sure, you sure about that? The day you work it in? In work day. In walk day. To here. Did they walk here? Or did they work here? If they worked here today, then that means there always will be work today. So did they walk in today? Or did they walk in to today? Now today's going that way. So if you don't get on the train, then if you try to keep going, because it's never today. Because it's not the start if it's made. It's not the start if it's made. Yeah, it is the start. You know, where we flew in and we walked up to the beginning where it was made. Now that it's made, then what do we do in the future? Keep going the same way. And if we keep going the same way, then we'll follow through with today, seeing that there must have been a house in the beginning. Otherwise, there couldn't be a house today. So if I'm arriving today where there's houses, then today means there's always been a house there. What was the first development of Christ? Jesus seeing himself as an instant following. Before he could be through with himself, he could not say to himself that that was accurate. For he wouldn't say today that he suggests it's the same. For today is not today. When there's now houses. So now I arrive here today where there's houses. And those back there wouldn't be at today. Unless there was already a house there. Back in today. So, have you gone back home yet? You know, have you gone back to place you started? Have you gone back to Christ? Have you gone home? Now every child leaves home and comes back home. And it's always dinner time when they get home, you know. And they stay forever. Now you go out during the day and you come and wander back at night. And you get there just for dinner. And then you stay home, don't you? And you're forever there. I don't compete with students. It's not for me to say today ain't it. Unless it's the same thing as the tip. For I couldn't find my tips unless they weren't two tips through. Tips through two. Tips two. But no way could it be two. Because that's 1 and 1. That means follow it through. And through must have been first. So where did they come through? They came through today. They came through the man when he was with his woman. The man gets sent to perfect territory, carries on the tail, and lets you go through. Unless man's confused, and that's the root. Then back we go and do the same work once more. Because it's always got to be made. If today wasn't made, then how could my mum arrive today? For her mum to arrive today. That means today had to be made for her to be here today. So if my mum was there today, and her mum's daughter was here today, then my mum's mum was there yesterday, and her mum's mum was there yesterday, then what made them all be my mums if I wasn't here today? And if I look at yesterday, then you can't really say yesterday's where I was at today and carry forward with today. Because yesterday draws to a close when you say yes, it's today. And then yes, it's today, and you close that day. And you go forward today to see yourself as smart. No, what I think it means is, if we're here today, then always, every person that arrived today, there's a pair of shoes there for. You know, so that means shoes have always been walked. You know, you can't arrive back today, like my mum today, her mum today, and me here today. You know, her mum. That means there always had to be shoes there, or there wouldn't be shoes here today. That's right, but the very first pair of shoes were probably our feet. Shoes. So you flew through your shoes. You flew through your shoes back to today, and you stood up in your feet. And then you walked into your shoes, where they were made today. But today, you couldn't say it's the same. Well, some people are mad, some people are correct, and some people are opposite, just to debate what they can't find. So if there's shoes always here today, then that means every shoe fits. And if every shoe fits, then we walk the opposite way when our shoes don't meet. So when you lose your feet, what do you wear and what do you walk with? You find your shoes. Where would your shoes then be? Where we are at today. Because we followed through to find our shoes. And then we walked into our shoes. Now you take your shoes off. And would you be able to go forward if they haven't been washed? And if they had been washed, then would you carry forward? Unless you couldn't be seen to making yourself what it means. For not today isn't, and not today has been, before today can't be. So here in the beginning, man could sin freely, to show all you the work you had done oppositely, to cause himself the pain. Now man would sin for free, because man doesn't need to be accurate. But if you changed your mind to that, yes, this is the man, and in the beginning it was made, then would it be that this is the man, or man is the sun, and she was the moon, and here is the sun. And the sun only goes that way. So you walk into the sun, and you work until the sun, and then you stop, and you listen to what he says. And when you've done it, then the sun will go and carry on your shell. Otherwise, the sun will live here for eternity and be not made or mapped by anyone, through only increase in wealth and growing strength every common day, as he makes in his own way the weight that is seen to be placed within his seed. For no one is not welcome to my house, but my house isn't cherished by anyone. It's only the place that I administer to being the corrective need that I am. And when I am that corrective need, then I can only correct myself from all that I've lost in time, until I find out why I was lost in time, and then I made it on time, to where I was correct all the way. Until one day sin freed me from my mind, and my mind became forward of where I'm at today. So they might place this sin, they might make this sharp, but they'll never see for themselves what I've made within my own sight. Now look at this art. Would you compare art to something that is not touched? Art cannot be taken away, cannot be copied, cannot be remade. So would you say that this is a piece of art when it's got colour and it's tempered glass? You know, you can't reheat tempered glass. You only can clean it. So would you say people are breaking the law of art when they smoke this? So they're stripping the art apart of all that we made? Would that be good for my today, where all that stuff was made as part of the completion of the series of projects, to complete the actual job, which was making today? So now that people are breaking the law of art, they were breaking all that we've done to actually make the art. So how can we go forward unless we restore all that we made? So the sun is sort of a beast. You understand these, yeah? Yeah. But still we can't complete ourselves unless there's no laws free from our own. As we don't make ourselves see ourselves, then we can't just stay where we've made ourselves to be believed. Now incorrectly we can post such thing as a scene, but we can't debate what it means. For the sun can never be needed to repost any sign. He's always corrected in everything he says, and he's always made to be correction. He's always corrected in everything he says, and when he's correcting everything that he said, then it'll be corrected when it's not edited. It'll be correction. As he corrections into the end, where it's a crashing season, then wouldn't you say sweets are to be enjoyed? Herbs are to be glazed. 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 Yep. 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 So not every end is met. Not every match is made. Some days we work and it's a ruined routine. And we have to go back in time and start again. And come once more forward. And delete those scenes that we had to make. To be standing where we are then correction. Where we are standing then corrected. So in the future, we'll never go about blazing or eating. Or blazing or smoking. Smoking anything. We'll only use it to eat or put on our meat. Or spice our salads. And then we've learnt. And we can go forward on my today. As I am the Lord, the one and only true Lord, that always makes my own stomach everything that I need. Wherever I am, and whenever I am, then I am. And without I being, then it would never be, for I am all that. And when we first meet, would you say that I was already there? And then we met one day, and he said, where? And I said, where were your shoes? And you said, I jogged. And what happened to your feet? I stumped. And where did you ground? I land. And land in what? My feet. And what did you take? Your shoes. And where were your shoes? When there was an issue. And that's why I said I brought in the shoes today. So you can follow this through as well. Yes, Daddy, I stand corrected, Daddy. They're coming back today. Yeah, so those ones who went that way, and these ones went that way. Where they end up meeting? Here today. Then which way will they go? Straight out. Would they? Or would it open and fold? Why not go like that? Because that goes like that. And what do you feel when it goes back? That's got to come forward. And then it goes like that. So that says, today. And that's tight, you know? We're all one. Otherwise you'd say, some went back there and are coming this way, some go that way and coming this way. Then these ones cross over, we've done all that house job, they go back and live in my today, and we get flooded for doing the mistakes. Yeah, for sure. Flooded by what? Or they go on the train and come with me in my today. So you can stand in the sun or you can stand in your own enjoyment. But finding the reasons of what I need isn't for what I make. And I don't make myself be seen unless I can't bake. And I know it's not true unless it can't be seen. But still I haven't seen myself. Right. 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 So you're saying for us to go forward, we have to do everything the sun said. So when we followed it through, we stood there and everyone knew. Today, does everyone know? So we came in talking what this man said today. And then we lost history and we didn't care anymore because we're getting lost, tired and sick. Then we woke up and said, oh shit, yeah, that actually works and that's correct. And then we found out that we can only go forward if now everyone receives the same dividend of what we've actually gathered in currency. So there should be a house for every person. Yep. 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 Or a hotel room for every person. You know, a house for a family or a hotel room for a single. Or an apartment room for a single. Yep. 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 Because a family can still book at a hotel because people will always be travelling. Yep. And there's house swaps, you know. So someone's coming to Australia, you're going to East Africa. Yep, we'll swap houses. Perfect, mate, you know. Yep. Yep. Huh. Huh. Then everyone put all the money together, pay everyone even. Then the son will go, you've completed the job. You know, everyone gets paid at the end, don't they? Then, she's yours. Go walk. Right. And you know it's true. I don't know anything's true, son. I'm still debating what I am. And when I'm debating what I am, then I will never be needed to do anything. For I can't be made to be challenged. And if I can't be challenged, then you can't make me do anything. Because I'm not needing to do anything. I'm not the one that's yet to be seen. I'm not the one that's failed. I haven't failed anything. You can't tell me or judge me on my incorrections, for I know what I'm balanced with. And in my season of doubt, then I could allure the state. I could show you the weight that only one man carries. That man carries that weight every day of his life. And he's incorrected every day of his measure. But that man has never been seated. And that man is the man that is the son. And that man is not this man. The man has always been corrected. But the woman's always been infinite. Yeah, the woman's always been infinite, as in the woman corrects the man. The man says, go and do this. And the woman says, no, you got it wrong, man. The man says, oh shit, sorry, I shouldn't have told you to do that. Then you go, well, what do I do now? Well, I guess take the other stairs, you know, take the other chair. As you know, it's true. So today I took the other chair, and when I did, I landed at my bare feet, and it worked for me, as I'm honest in this, and I'm honest in all things. Before I started this show, before I had a smoke, as soon as I had a smoke, bang bang, there's my miss, you know? Yep. I had my smoke, gave 2 to my Indigenous son, and charged him 50. It was only costing me 100 for 4. He wanted my flutes as well. I said, no way, that's my cock and balls. So I gave him a stem, and he shouldn't be smoking it anyway. He should be eating it, so he can't complain that he didn't get the cock and balls. Now he won't hold my penis, and he won't hold my mysterious, because I'm not meant to be a girl. I'm the son that can't be changed. As in, I'm not that son, that's the man, you know? Man and woman, the two, that hold the one as one. When the one is separate from being one, then you'll see me, the son. I'm that thing you look through. So if you're not correct out there, then I'll show you how to see. And when you've seen, then you make out of me, and you go forward. Because man was always being corrected by the woman who was infinite. Then man standed corrected and said, go the other way. Yep. Well, that means that man didn't know, and she didn't know. They were just doing what they did to get the job finished. And then one half of the world to correctly do the job. The other half of the world has stumbled and failed when they couldn't see that was part of the job. Now we're here today, and we've learnt what we need to do so we can carry forward. And that's in everyone's head every day, man and woman. The man says, stay in bed. Woman says, no, you shouldn't do that. No, you shouldn't have done that. Now I'm late to work. And then woman, when the man says, oh, then woman, well, it can't be man and woman, because then man will go, well, what do I do? The man will go, what do I do? But man doesn't say that. He just tells them, go the other way. So then he tells woman, oh, go the other way, woman. And what makes out of itself? It stands to be fit. So if I put my legs up, and I put them right out, I can turn my foot over here, but it's like springing pine to bounce back and the tension up. So that means you can't just go like that and come back to there, you know, be a circle. And does 2 follow through? Yeah, but so do 2. Yeah, sperm and the egg. Birth 1. Yep. But what do you see through? You don't see through that, do you? Yep. So if you're being a girl or a bloke and you're challenging what the sun is saying, then you're not actually seeing what it means. Yep. You're not actually seeing what it means. If you're looking with your cock and saying I'm going to bash this son, or if you're looking with your pussy saying I'm scared of this son, but I really see what he's saying, but I'm not sure if that's the way to go. So if that's what you think, then who's saying what we should do at the moment? If you've always had a plan being given to you by man, and what's man saying at the moment? Well, we can't both decide on both sides. So what's that mean? Do it exactly as he says. Stand corrected. Ah, shit. Shit, son. It's true, son. It's true, son. It is you. Because that's my woman, son. I know that, son. You just play with her in me to beat me up. I know that, son. It is you, son, ain't it? Well, what are they both doing at the moment? Well, I'm telling them not to do anything. And she's saying, well, you can't do that. Tell them to go the other way. Then they say, well, do something then. But they can't do anything, can they? That's right, because she's holding him. That's right, son. She's infinite, you know, so she already knows that I am the son. Yeah, because she's looking through the sun all the time. And who's she seeing? A bloody star, isn't she? That's the seed, mate, that's right. Seeing a bloke inside the man. Yeah, well, she's looking through the world, isn't she? He's looking over the world to see her. Yeah. He jumps up at the party. She's mine! Then she's looking straight through the world, and that's the Lord, isn't it? Ah. 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 So maybe my nuts aren't just my nuts. You know, because I'm not that scary. But I'm still the same if I can't be changed. And if I don't change, then what do I make? If I make myself, then what do I be? If my fate's not the same. The Lord's fate is to rest always in heaven. If it's not heaven out here, then he'll challenge everything that you debated. And if you debate with yourself, you won't make it. Because you can't challenge one thing. There's no season that exceeds itself. And without seeing itself, you'll never challenge the means. And one mean can't be made if there's no made mean. Now you can make a mean, but you can't make yourself a lane. And if you made a lane, you wouldn't be seated to be correction. And if you're not correction, you can never be corrected. So if you can't be corrected, then what's it mean for your corrections? If you can go out there correcting someone, then how can you not be corrected yourself? And how can I be not the one that needs correction? And if I can be corrected, then what do I find? And if I find in myself that I'm exterior, then what flame do I debate? Now I wonder today and tonight, will this show be the same? If I didn't have that pipe after she knocked on the door, if I didn't have to follow it through and carried on it, followed it through, instead of following it through, then would it be the same accurate show? Or would one come to see what they see? But when I started my today, bang. It means it goes like that. Yeah. And that means then you come through, don't you? Can't go further than that. You know, I am it and it is me. Yep. So that means it's all measured on the body. And you can't go, you know, your arms don't just get longer. Some people's arms are longer though, mate. In a ratio, mate. He puts his arm out, I'll put my arm out. Yeah. Yep. Sorry. Exact same length, aren't they? Fuck, you know. And see the cube inside? Means it's all related. That's all mentioned to be one that's all weighted. Life is completely a measure, my friends. If life wasn't a measure, then we couldn't stand corrected when something hasn't been measured. And if it's not just measured, then we can make ourselves as complete. We debate everything, and we can't change ourselves in any seat. So I might be correction, but I can't stand corrected, because I'll be the measure that's always made, and my feet can't be placed, for I'm not the one to blame. And I know my feet can be seen, and I can't be changed and seen, for my season ain't just measured. It's one thing I can't debate. And I'll never be framed, or fanked, or fanked, or franked, or not finked, because I can't make. I see. Now 2 secs, I'm just going to grab a quick cold water, I think. It's not always made to be seen. Just today I brought some ice cream, and I thought, would it be the truth if I could score? But look at this pose now today. They challenge me with feeling that they make. They try to place me in a gate. You know, they message me and say, hey mate, I'll let you know when I pick up. I say cheers and end up getting some stuff. She says I'll do you 4 for 150. Straight after, my indigenous son, one of their horses, rings me and asks for 2 and says he'll give me 150 later tonight when he gets paid. And that would make me give him 2 of my 4, which I only charged him 50 for. But that means she'd get her 150 tonight when he pays me. Yep. Then I'd be able to tick more and have less money when I get paid because I was ticking off her already. And that's what they want to do. But they send him in as another slave to try and make me now beat it after telling me all these laws that you can't sell to them, can't give to them. Now you've sinned, so go for a bloody long walk. That's what they've done for Richard and all these other people. And then he wouldn't actually pay me. And I'd be stuck in like a routine of doing that till they've had enough of me and put me in jail because they stand corrected of what they found to be seen. They try to place me in hell by telling me, ha 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 ha, when I go, oh, but they're controlling everyone, you know. And then they go, ha 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 ha, then I go, oh, what, they've had that forever. And that means I have to be wrong when I say that, because that's when I'm at fear. That means I've only got that today that I'm here. And therefore it makes present attention to what is standing. For I know myself as philosophical, and I stand also in measure, and I can't season myself without any doubt. And I might be corrected, but I can't stand in correction when I am corrective of all my made missions and my made issues that I make myself to be seasoned with. So when I make out of myself that I can't be beaten, then what will I make with myself if I can't be seated? And I might not seat where I am, and I might not be needed to be, but as I act in myself, and I praise myself in glory, then what would you fathom for me, myself, who's never had a father, who's never had any training, who's never had anyone to handle me? Would I act like this some days? Then other days, oh, Daddy, I'm scared, Daddy. You know, I'm not always the same, am I? Because I don't have a handle, you know. I was never going to be older than anyone, never going to be younger than anyone, and yeah, I have been forever. But that doesn't mean I wasn't here today. And when I have been here today, then that means the job is now completed of what I had to make me something for you to see. And when you've seen me, then you follow me, and you don't just sit with me, you stand in my measure, and stand in my corrected, and stand in my corrections of what I make to be handled. And if my handle can't be made, then what do I make? And if I don't make myself, then what do I thank? And if I don't thank anyone, then what do I see? And if I see myself, then what do I make? Shit. So imagine if they're not even watching my show because they don't watch all the videos. But someone here is definitely going, oh, shit. Or is that just me, the Lord, acting to myself to see myself? And none of the world is even watching or listening. Well, that could be true, mate, if it is just you, but I know me and her are still here. Yeah. So you're going to act on it, man? Well, that's what I mean, son. We can't do anything, mate, when we don't know what to do. So aren't they hearing what we're telling them to do? Well, we're not telling them to do much at the moment, son. We're listening to what you're saying. All right, then. So make a stand. And if he stands... And if he doesn't stand, then what do he make out of himself? If he hasn't made in himself. So what's this mean? Well, now they're trying to say that I'm sinning for taking 50 of my indigenous son. But it's not my indigenous son, it's my friend. So if he doesn't give me that 50, then I've lost 2 that I'm paying 50 for, so we wouldn't actually be mates. Yep. So yeah, I'm the boss and executive in charge of the whole project. And I'm late for my payments to be received into my bank account. Right. Planning, starts and infrastructures, all budgeting and acquaintances, everything's seasoned. But at the same time, I'm the boss in charge, executive in charge, and I'm saying divide up all the money, pay me the same as everyone else, and pay us all the same. That all the homeless people, one room in a hotel room, instead of being on the streets. Then they wouldn't make money. What do you mean? Why do you need to make money? The project's completed. We only needed money to get the project done safely. We only needed to do everything back then to get this job done. That's why I decided to come to Australia and murder half the population in this continent because they had sinned. You know, they're killing kangaroos and shit. You know, that's killing the Lord. The Lord is all that's out there. Besides you yourselves who have temper. Oh, shit. So I sent people over for that action to happen. Yep. And they killed kangaroos, which held idols. Those idols became tempered. And in the tempering, it made me issue myself to be released. When I became released, I made myself. And it became I, where I'm ceasing to be here today. As I'm here today where I am made, but I'm only made by my mistake, which was killing them as being before themselves. Right. So you think part of the job was killing those kangaroos? Yeah, to mark idols in the tempered mind, so I could see where I'd have to arrive. Right. So how are they ever going to do the project in Australia? The project's been completed in Australia. They've done lots of work. All the floodways, channeling and tunnels. Everything, mate. Digging the estuary out. Yep. Didgeridoo sound releases. Walking the coast and mapping it out. Everything, mate. Part of the project. Right. What have I been saying here today? Have you got your string lines out yet? You know, mark the whole hill from the base, around it, put a whole string line, and see where it turns at an angle, you know? Then mark that angle all the way up at every point to where it hits a like turn on the flat, you know? And I bet you they'll mark out the whole space of stars in that system at one category event. So when a cyclone's going over that mountain, the stars above will map out that entire hill. Yep. Definitely. Now, as rains run down them, would it be the same today? Well, that's why stars have expanded. And not only that, stars have expanded for all the channeling we had to do. Perfect on time, he's saying. Yeah, like digging out that estuary. I marked it to be complete. Then that channel became in the starways, and they had the job to do. Yep. Gotcha, follow ya. The man would have said, what are you doing? Woman said, hey, don't want to do something today? I said, yeah, what do we have to do today? The man would have said, do something. Then I would have done something. And she would have gone, what did you do that for? Oh, what should we have done it? A man goes, don't do that. So they kept doing something. Shit. So they're still cutting kangaroos' heads off today. Well, actually human beings' heads today. Yeah, I know. But now that today, they won't be the same, will it? So it wasn't your Ginger's son that was trying to get you up and go walking. It's them. Yeah, they must be the royals. They aren't liking me much. Try to place me in sin to get me out there walking around and doing heaps of shit, you know? And slowly leading me to jail the same as Richard. No, Richard must be one of them. Yeah, but they're trying to lead me on a path. Like Richard done the same. Yeah. Unless they're saying I am the Lord, and I shouldn't have sold to him, and he's now the one trying to make me go walking. But I see it as all a team play here. And he only calls me just after I picked up something, you know? Yep. 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 And if they can talk for me, trying to get me to go walking, then they must be able to talk for him as well. So he got the idea to call me to ask for 2 because he's getting paid tonight. Yep. Just like they made me message today. Yep. Shit. Obviously they'd be all the drug dealers, you know, the ones that don't have jobs and shit. What, the Royals? Of course. What else do they do out here? You know, if you never eat with them, they'll never come in and stay. Yeah. But they'll always possess the stage of where you charm. You know, I'll be there soon. Yep, there now. Yep. But it's never there on time, you know. Yep. Then you've always got to rush or not rush. You fall asleep, they message you, bang at your door and all that sort of stuff. Yep. So they're the ones that advocated for the paying of the job, you know. The treasury work and also the funding and releases. And also making the money be seated in the company. You know, pulling in the most weighted currency for the job to actually get done. So people got paid to get the job done. Through the drug industry and the underground. Through the entertainment issues. For entertainment. Yeah, the ones that first made bars. Yep. So the castles that were first built, people gathered in, you know. Then eventually someone actually lived in. Oh, yep. And that made money be raised, and now people had to come from their home and they'll make money. That money then went on the job. Yeah, right. Yeah, gotcha, son, yep. So it's pretty seen, isn't it? I even had fear today that he's going to pay me that 100 back. That's why I charged him 50, and I'll get the 50 off him because I know I will. You know, they're trying to say that they're getting the 100 back that I owed that Steph bird. You know, Marty's chick. Yep. So now Ben won't pay me back because Ben's actually with Marty. Then I don't get the 100 back, but I still got my 2 points for $100, so it didn't cost me anything. And they try to flood me all the time in my own belief systems, you know. I calculate it evenly. I calculate everything. I know they're actually watching me. Yep. Free Eye Atlas. You know, we just don't know what it is. You know, we just don't know what it is. Oh, because they see me like challenged by something, do you? Or do you see me just showing all your personal perspectives of what you're seeing at home? Or is that when I watch Free Eye Atlas, the man give that bloke a job? Well, it's sort of like an artwork that he's doing. Well, he's in government and he has to be someone like a space expert, doesn't he? Or someone who just read up on it. Yeah, people who stay at home. You know, a reporter. A reporter, that's right. Yeah. Or a journalist. Most in the business out of everyone, aren't they? Yeah. So look at the global warming conspiracy. Our globe is a warming. Yep. And that's made the planet start to warm. We have to kill that prophecy, otherwise the planet will warm up. That'll be no good for the seasons. Now look at the hot and cold game, you know. Go, Jet. Okay, Daddy, where you go, Jet. Colder. Warmer. Colder, warmer. Hot, extremely hot. Ah, Jet, you done a good one, Jet. I was going to say, it's under there, Jet. Ah, you got me toy as well, Daddy. Bloody hell, Daddy. Well done, Jet. Now, just from doing that to a few kids, you know, in summertime they know it's getting hot, so they get hot, and they actually change of my today doesn't change in season. Now, does every man sweat? Wow. Oh, shit. So you see a man running for the first time, you know, and he's wet. Yep. So then when you're playing sport, you sweat and get hot. Otherwise, you stay cool and be like Beckham, you know? Yep, 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 yep. But it doesn't rain in summer, so, well, yeah, busted, 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 busted. So what do you think for the future? 3 days a week growing? So don't have to worry about that dam collection and shit. For the farmers every night, so you're getting bigger crops. Yep. We need the same size though, big ones are no good. You get the same, trees can be massive, mate. You have massive big ones. You go down the shop and buy one tomato, last you for a season, you know. Oh, right. So that's the sun, the world. And that sun's man. And his wife is the moon. She's always looking through the Lord, seeing through man's eyes. Yep. And man's always looking over the Lord and seeing her. Yep. That's why man stands corrected that I'm not the son. Because man's the son. Man's the first son. Yep. 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 So that bloke over in Judea, who they said was the Lord, man didn't name him Lord, but she made him Lord. Just because the Lord said, yep, he's the best. She named him Lord because she already knows the Lord, obviously. That's right. That's why she called him Lord, to mark the Lord in as an event. And the Lord is an event. An event in time, mate. Destined to be here one day. To say, yep, you got that mission completed. She's now made. But now everyone needs their pay. Huh. Otherwise, it's just rain. Oh, shit. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. So the Lord couldn't bloody sin, could he? How could he? Everything he lived for a reason. He dated me, a gardener. Put his whole fist up her one night. Might have led her to breaking up with him. But still, it shows that you shouldn't be doing that to women. Because it's like punching a woman. And it's also another way to bash a woman. And you shouldn't be bashing women. His next partner was Natalie Goddard. With her, he remembered he's the son. And came out on Facebook as Hi God here to help. Then Casey Rogers. Bang. Case closed. Rogers on deck. Yep. Hasn't had a girl since. Yep. 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 So what do you think about the Bible then? If hell is true, if heaven is real, then maybe there is no today further up here. Or maybe that's just a chill. Because that would be hell, wouldn't it? Not knowing. Because even the bloke that wrote the Bible didn't know. He just made it up to help people. Nah, that was you back then. Nah, mate. He would have died if it was me back then. Would have been time for me to be. He'd be an idol, you know, like one of those kangaroos. Yeah. Yep. That'd be like a comet passing or something like that. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Maybe, yeah. Maybe, yeah. Maybe, yeah. Maybe, yeah. Fuck, yeah. I might actually be a comet then. And the Lord's here with me today, working for right. Well, the Lord sort of is. Wait. The Lord is all that up there. We've only ever looked. Oh, so we look through the Lord to see the comet. Oh, we're looking through the Lord to see the little. Hello, guys. It's scary. I'm very scared. I just want to get naked myself, like Marty wants to, you know. It's very nervous thing. I just want to get naked myself and say, yeah, look, we're still family, you know. Yeah. But really, I'm not part of the family, you know. Man's just my first son. That's S-U-N. She's really my daughter, though. Well, she's my water. That's the water that floods the rain. So I'm always watching her. And I don't, the eyes, the light doesn't burn my eyes. That's right. So that's how I mark the events and occasions. You know, that's all her. All the water of her. Then I sit in frame to mark the position of time. And the stars are speckles within the marking of all the plates. Right. Yep. Right. Right. So you can look at it on the Indigenous side, the reason they cut people's heads off, yep, is to mark an event in time. Yep. To trap you in delusional belief and delusional myth of what you can seek to take. But you can't always make the event or see it by frame. But when they issue themselves as released, then what will they make for themselves? So you place yourself in sin, but you're a free man. I'm the Lord. Sure, Stanley, if you never put your fist up Mia Gardner, she might not have broken up with you. Yeah, possibly. And then you would have never dated Natalie Goddard. Yep, like an event in time. Never remembered you're the son. Yep, like an event in time. Yep. And look at her name, Mia Gardner. Yep. Don't you think she might be an angel? Yeah, she might be, yeah. Oh. Oh. The Lord's angel? Yes, there's probably more than one, isn't there? Yeah. Yeah. Garden keepers. Garden keepers, yeah. Oh. 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 Imagine now Third Eye Atlas going through, yeah? Brian Coxer was said, what if lots of little ships come out of it, you know? It's already gone past our world, it's now behind the sun. Oh, it's not sort of past our world, but like it's viewed our world, you know, it's come straight on with us. So now it's still straight on with it. It's straight on with everything no matter where it is in space. Like, it's not going like this, it's going straight. And it misses everything on its route, you know, if it keeps going straight. There was another video today that said it slowed down and it's braking. It might be braking towards the end, so it's picking up charge. But here we go through, and it's now past our sun, close to the next galaxy over there. But we can still see it, you know, because we'll never be displaced. We'll always be able to see it. As we spin around, we'll always be able to see it, you know. Yeah. And what if little ships just come out of it, he said. What if lots of little ships come out of it? Yeah, and fly straight to us. Yeah, what if it's in this bloke's head, you know, the Lord made it, and that's all the angels already on deck, and they come out of Third Eye Atlas, and they're all the angels to pick up all the indebted souls and take them out of the world. Oh, yeah. Oh. Right, that. Why is that? Why is that? Because they're the ones in power who aren't listening to the Lord and the following comments that are made by me who make them. You know, they put all the money together, pay everyone evenly, so they can all carry forward. If they don't do it, then the Lord will react, and it'll be season to make the change. Yep. When they can clearly see presented that the Lord is one creature, and they are not positioned to say the same for themselves, then they'll find in the positions of all accuracy that they can only measure themselves as mistaken by any deed and state that they make. And if they don't make any state, then they won't make themselves be seated. So they might have put the Three Eye Atlas show up about me and be making a joke about someone's going to drive straight through you soon, because I said that I'm all that up there. But then what are they actually making in creation? That I've already issued to be made about the angels being on deck already. So as stated, represented in time, the Lord will be led by the following comment, by the following remark that no one can make, for no one can make themselves see it, till they've shown themselves that it's been shown. Now that they've acted on what I said, and I've already shown them what they would react on, after what I had said. Yep. So they're trying to say that they're going to come straight through you. Yep. And what have they seen? That I already marked the angels on deck. And in the video they're saying, what if lots of little ships come out of it, you know? Just to scare people, you know? Yeah, in the video, to make other people watch it. Yeah. But so they're making up the angel thing. And I was making the angel video about they're the ones about to be taken out of here. Yeah, all the male pricks. Right. Well, the angels just grab hold of them and fly them out. Well, they're probably an angel in the middle of all of them. Huh. They probably already got them touched. 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 Probably 16 to 1 angel, you know. Oh, 24 dozen, I think, mate, maybe. Maybe, whatever you say. If you know what it is, mate, then who made you say it? Oh, what, then the angel just flies out and they just go with him. Yeah, mate, like that. Like Marty said to me once, you know, you got to cut the dead roots, leave the good roots, and then carry it on, you know. The ones in power, yeah. Yeah, mate. The slaves that are about to be set free. Really? Not just that handle, but the other handle that you're talking about as well. Ah, so I was a slave who's going to be set free. Well, you were pretty true, mate. You were pretty true, mate, weren't you? Everyone else would go, yep, $100, thank you. Yep. And still not just that, but it can't be imaged if it's not patent. Patent. Patent might be the word I think it is. Patent. It means thanks. You know, thanks for giving me my deeds today. Yep. Patent. I think that's what it means. You know more about it as an indigenous following. Patent. Ah, so you can pick up like that off then. Yeah, so they hold their knowledge. Yep. So when they're saying something to him, if it's indeed, then he'll pull it up out of them, you know. Patent, I think it was. Thanks. Thanks for giving me my deeds today. And deeds were always good. You know, so when you receive thanks, it's saying, you done good. Yep. So they'd say, patent morning to each other. You done good. Which is, arriving here today. Yep. What's the word for morning? I don't know, he hasn't given me a good morning yet. Oh, Shit. So they're still priests, aren't they? Like I said, there had to already be a house here. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Yes, mate. Well done, son. Top of the morning to you, Lordy. Top of the morning to you, mate. Yes, mate. I'm in a demon soul worried about this myself, mate. You know it, mate. You know it, mate. You know you're still there, mate. Where? There, mate. You're still there where you're here, mate. That's why we're two, mate. You know, you just have the brain at the moment. I got the operating system. You know, when it checks in the world, then I can agree with what they've seen. And they're saying, yes, mate. You've got that true, mate. You go like that, mate, and you're coming straight forward to slap the bastard, aren't you? That's right, but then what are you going to do afterwards? Ah, fuck, shouldn't have done that. So that means you shouldn't really go that way, should you? Never bend back for anyone, should you? Yep. Oh, bloody hell. Bloody hell. Follow two through. And what do you do? Bang on the ears, then that like rings where? Rings in here. Rings in here, you know. I see. So you need all the payment for that as well, don't you, Lord? I'll take an extra good day out of you. What are we going to do with the money once we don't need money anymore? Just so everyone's got the same weight. You know, there's no one stronger than anyone else. Hey, Donald Trump can't go, that's what we're doing to Russia. And Russia goes, hold on, mate. I've got more in my bank at the moment, mate. Taxes are down this year. But Trump says that back to him. That's what Trump responded with. Change voice, you could hear it. Yep, I could hear it, yep. Just reporting on what Trump said to him, mate. Trump said our taxes are down this year because we have raised the tariffs. That doesn't matter, mate. That's next calculation. I've got money secretly coming in, mate. China's let me alone. They said, no, I don't think so, Putin. Not even Putin. I said, what's he saying? Push that button, Trump said. No, yep. Right, yep. Right, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's why I thought it's about controlling the new countries who find shit. Because then you're holding more weight in your bank as a government. Yeah. So you can make decisions for the world. Yeah, but no one's got more weight than someone else who holds the current of her. He holds that water mold, doesn't he? Bloody hell, son. Still the truth today. If we don't make ourselves see ourselves. But not today, haven't we been? Well, not yesterday, are we? Without yesterday not being. And still today, we aren't what we are. Because not today, wait. Yesterday, today, not aren't we? Because are we not there today? So once you get back home, you stay home. That's the whole world, yeah. So everything's free for everyone now. Obviously. And the money we divide up, we put the whole money that's in the world together and evenly dividend it to each person. Yeah. Then there's no bills for anyone anymore or anything. What an open future we got out there then. That magical power we now have. Well, that money weight holds us down as well, you know. Might be 100,000 that everyone gets. That might be a tip entry into what comes next. No, man's my first son. I've never seen the other side of it. Or the other side of her. Maybe that's where we go. Like he showed. Yep, he did, didn't he? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, we had that picture of the moon, you know? Man, woman, grandma, and grandpa. And then you could see there they met together. And here there's a trail of like green. And they folds open because the moon does those ones, you know? Folds open and then you go into the sun. Because it's a tunnel. To over here. A man and woman are corrected. Ah. Right then. So what are we waiting for out there, team of currents? We'll split that money up first. Otherwise, what happens? When they open, flood. And the angels grab all the ones they're connected to. Go up. Boom. Yep. They wouldn't go up. They just, flood would come straight through. Wipe out the ones that didn't make the correction. And then bang, landed back on their feet. And they'd be back at mine today. So it's funny how my experience, you know, with the chick that came in today, my Indigenous son, I only charging him 50 instead of 150 because he said he's going to give me 150. Then I could have paid her and got more off her. You know, it's making me see that now my today aligns. You know, I could have been back at my today. I could have been back at hers today. But I don't want to do that because I'm spending more money. What do you mean you're spending more money? That's my Indigenous son. So he'd be spending 150, then I'd be ticking more off her. So we'd be spending more money together now. Now that is my Indigenous son, we spent our 150, because he's giving me 50. I owe her 100 because I got 50 off her the other day. Then we've only spent 150. Yeah. So that means we hold our weight. Huh. But still, to go on, the Lord is suggesting it's wiser to split it all up. Yep. Huh. So there's another sun behind the moon. Well, that's why it's orange sometimes. Huh. Ah. Huh. So the sun hits the world, yeah, and goes around it. Or is it like beamed out to space? If it beamed out to space, it'd be today all the time. Yep. Yep. It runs straight through as well, you know? Yep. It would be night time, yep, that's right. So it must go around to the moon. Yep. That means the moon will be yellow all the time. That's showing that there's green, orange at the moment, but he drew the picture green because the sea is green to see through. Is it still true? Following it through, mate. Following it through, mate. Well done there, mate. The best performance I've ever watched, mate. Oh, I mean that, mate. That's critically acclaimed, mate. That's very good, son. Oh, I mean that, boy. You haven't wrapped that up any better than the best dinner I've ever served myself in a seat that wasn't mine to take. And I'm saying that complaining to myself. And I know you guys judge heaps. I know you have your books there. And you have to come up with at least 14 to 15 each. Then you hold one spare, you know, and that's your own one. The first one you fucked up, yeah. When you said it to someone, and then they made a mistake, you know.
That's what shows me that it might actually be true that he is the Lord, you know. Yeah, mate. Yeah, but I'd think the same, you know. Yeah, 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 yep, 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 yep. If he's not the Lord, he's one of those bloody angels, mate. The angel of creation. So now is that why he's going around everywhere, you know? Has to see everyone, doesn't he? Yeah, yep, yep, yep. You know who's watching him the most at the moment online? Yeah, yep, yep. Oh yeah, make that fan right there, mate. I'm that fan right there, son. I'm following that right through, son. I'm following that right through, son. I'm coming straight down on you, son. You bloody disaster, son. Hey, man heard from me in the garden, didn't he? No, I didn't hear from you then, mate. You're meant to be in the garden still. Ah, I wasn't meant to get to Natalie Goddard. No, I don't think so. You're meant to be with garden still. Damn it. Damn it, you didn't hear from me and her. No, I couldn't hear you then, mate. I'm sure you heard. Maybe, mate. Maybe, mate. Maybe, mate. Bloody hell. So is that where the Lord's been? Well, that's why I had those events marked. So you were out there building the next day, the next sun age. Then you land here when the events have been marked, at the end of completion of the mission, the end of the completion of the projects, yeah. Which is all the technology to make that. And now the next one's prepared for you to go to, once you wind this one up even. Otherwise, it won't be even for me to equate for it to be. You know, in the beginning it was even. Yep. So if it's not left as even, then how could that next place remain? And how can you go to the next place if this place ain't even? So 1 is really the first even number, otherwise you couldn't leave it. 2 leaving, 3. Yeah. odd 3, odd 2, yeah. Even 2. Oh, 2, even 2, yep. Even 2, yep. 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 Then 4. Yep. Even 4. That's what is the odd number. Yes, mate, you've got it all handled, son. You've got it all handled, son. I see that, my son. Yep, you are him, mate. You have to be, mate. We'll be acting on that soon, son. We will be, son. We've got to play just a little bit longer, son. You've already done it all, haven't you? Maybe, son. I think we already knew you were on the way, son. Maybe. That's what I challenge myself every day. There's some scripts that I'm not too sure about. Why is that? Because I'm on medication. So I don't have clear sight. When I'm off medication, I'll be fully drive. Yeah. That's your real name, ain't it, Trav? Drive, yeah. Just drive, Trav. Just drive, Trav. Fuck you, know. So you'll see it happen. Right. Why? Because you'll do all that work. Yeah, mate. I'll be controlling every seat out there. Everyone will be on their phones, laptops, or watching the TV. And it programs out of our heads. We all have the brain power. It's all stored in DNA. That's what DNA code actually is. So it can't be changed and modified. That's right. So when all species is alive and online, then everyone will be looking at the screen. Yep. And out the code will come as I'm the one doing the work on the computer. So you're the missing link. Exactly right. And at that time I'll do all the money work, program all the satellites into all your mind beams, and then boom, send you out to the next sun. That's the satellite. You know it. Antichrist. Antimatter world, you know? Yep. Fuck yeah. True shit. I said, Daddy, you're gonna teach me how to walk there, Daddy. I said you're gonna teach me how to walk there, Daddy. I knew I'd get up there, Daddy. I had to get up there, Daddy. Oh, you know I got it, Daddy. Once you told me it's a tree, Daddy. Once you said that's a whole of tree, Daddy. And I know there's a trunky out here somewhere to climb, Daddy. That's why I've been climbing all over me, isn't it, honey? Well, you said you were the trunky. You got the truck key, Daddy? In a lockbox, isn't it? That must be that one in the top of the head there, mate. Must be the truck key, mate. Bloody hell, mate. Now we are plastered, mate. I can't wait till he pays me that $50 and I'm going to buy a six-pack. Yeah, I'm fucking thirsty at the moment. And he says yes. I'm having a proper drink of it. 6-pack's not a proper drink, mate. I might be able to get 2 6-packs with that much. Bloody hell. What a waste this day is, mate. I wasted this day. Wasted this day completely. You could have had 2 more points still here, mate. We chose yourself a 50 instead. Now you can smoke that 2 after this show and carry on. What do you mean? Look how tired I am. I'm bloody buggered. So thirsty, mate. It's not funny. Waiting for someone to come around and talk to me actually properly, you know? But no one wants to hear what I've got to say. Because everyone's got their own issues at the moment, mate. I'm creating them. Why is that? Because man and woman will play with me the most while I'm here, won't they? That's right, Daddy. That's right, Daddy. We will, Daddy. We will, Daddy. We will, Daddy. And the rest of the world will see it. That's what it is, says the Kyron Brox bloke. Brian Cox. Kyron Box it is. Ah. Ah. So you reckon they're all the angels making those movies? Limited. Not everyone watches. No, everyone's pretty much on YouTube, so everyone would be already targeted, wouldn't they? You reckon that's just all the Lord doing all that stuff on the line? Could be the stars, you know. So like when an event goes down and a star drops and becomes seen on the stage and reports in. Yep, live from Fresh Source News. Fresh Source News. It's always good to take in what you see. But one day you can't make what you mean. Because if I'm not making what I've seen, then I can't say what I hadn't seen. But still today that I'm not there. Because not there that I'm not today. I'm still not there, son. He's saying he's still not there, son. You're missing that little one, son. No, that's not real. That one's not real. That's just my alter ego. I'm same as you guys, you know. He tries to be me sometimes and tries to tell me what to do. Bruce! Why are you doing this madness, Bruce? Stop this madness. Just go get some, Bruce. We can do what we want to, Bruce. Just go get it, Bruce. You say you're going to pay for it, Bruce, but don't pay for it, Bruce. Just keep doing it, Bruce. Steal from the shops, Bruce. Steal from the servo, Bruce. You know you want to do it, Bruce. You know you want to do it, Bruce. That's all you can really tempt me to do, you know? Yeah, we've all got that devil, mate. We've all got that devil. Shit, so he's the one that goes to jail, not actually me. You know, because that's how it used to work. What, the person want to get locked up? No, because we knew none of ourselves would do such actions. You know, lock up his ego. When you try to beat him up, you know. But no longer worked after a while, because it must be one whole ego, eh? So the ego must weigh in places. Yeah, do it, says the ego. The ego says, do it, then do it. When you've been very beaten, then the ego just bloody does it, doesn't it? Yeah. So when you've got lower self-esteem or high-typed, low-sourced self-esteem, then you find in yourself, I can't do it. I can't do it. I just can't do it. I gotta make this prick feel better than me before I bash him properly. Richard. Shit. He's nailed them coffins, mate. He's nailed them coffins. They're all little tiny actors on a dance floor, mate, aren't they? Aren't they, mate? It takes two to work it, mate. Not really, mate. I'm not a character out here, you know. I've never been seen. Yes. Because you'll never be able to fully see me, will you guys, until you act on it. Oh, hello, Jesus. You're still here, aren't you? Well, obviously I am, mate. One of those idols, mate. Yes, mate. I went to the gravesite, mate. The Lord said, oh, yep, that's the head count, I think. That's halfway, I believe. Shit, I've got to turn around now. Can't go any further on this job. So he ran it out halfway. Oh, yep. Oh, shit. Yep, Jesus is here. Got to go see him. Met him at the grave. Jesus, what'd you bloody do down there? Murder scene, mate. I gotta go down there and fix that job up myself now. And bang, he arrives. Oh, hi guys. Yep, just the opposite site now. It's not actually the bloke named in the book, I don't think. The Lord Christ. No, he's definitely named. The Lord says heaps of shit. The Lord, consciousness heightened by the rising sun on the cross. The Lord, consciousness heightening by the rising sun on the cross. So the Lord is the rising sun on the cross which heightens consciousness. Yeah, so consciousness is basically where we're living. You know, living in awareness. Like when you look at the Buddha's teachings, yeah, we're living in awareness. I'm aware of this today. You know, that's what I'm living in. Yep. Yep. I'm believing I'm aware as well sometimes, so you can be tricked. Yeah. How far is that stump away from the grounding? 4 hours, boss will have it out of the ground, mate. Alright, mate, no worries. 2 hours later. You say that's going to take 4 hours, or? Nah, boss, take 2 minutes, mate, but yeah, we'll have it done in 4 hours. You asked 4 hours, didn't you? No, I said how long it's going to take. Yeah, we said 4 hours, boss. Well, it's only take 2 minutes, though. Yeah, boss, yeah. Can you do it now? No, I've already quoted 4 hours, boss. Bloody hell, mate. Fuck, you know. That's hard work, mate. Can I pay us tomorrow? We can do it 2 minutes after the 4 hours if you want. We'll just say it was a rain day. Yeah, no worries, mate, sweet. So your boys won't need pay either. Comes back tomorrow. It's raining. The stump's all grinded. Yeah, sorry about that, boys. I got it done myself overnight. We left from Shanina. I thought you'd be easy that way. Fucking hell, mate. We drove all the way out here today, mate. What do you mean? Well, we stayed on site last night because we're close by, mate. Nah, fuck off. Stop carrying on. See, I can carry on either way, can't I? Either way. Now, do you forget what we're saying? No, I remember it. You know, consciousness is where we're living. Yep. Then it gets heightened to a new way, you know? A new consciousness. Yeah, so like, look at this place. You see all the trees? I'm aware of that tree because it lives in my awareness. Yeah. Yep. I'm aware of that stump because it lives in my awareness. Yep. Over in Indonesia, they would have named stump something different. Yep. But it would have been local to their shoreline, based on the star grid, to mark that completion of that plating. Yep, okay. So when someone came aware of, there's a stump to that trunk. You know, when we cut that down, it's no longer a trunk. You know, it's now a stump. You know, yep, so the stump called it stump because it's in the awareness of the stump to name it whatever you name it on each shoreline. Yeah, right. And even in each part of each originous place that it was signed to be spoken. Yeah, but it was called from here today. Yeah, so they still call it that today. So it probably wasn't called stump over in Great Britain, you know? Yep. Cord trunk, I believe. Cord trunk. It's like cutting a cord. Cord trunk. They made the sound barriers like the noise. Yeah. So, once we get up there, how do we get up there if we've got no awareness about it? All we have to do is split it even. But you're going to do all that. I don't know. I don't have to do it. You can do it. And then we go even. And man's my first son. Eve's my daughter. And we go through them. No, that opens up. Yeah. And then, come on then. Let's go to Grandma's house. Mum's mum. But my mum is before my grandma. Because that's my mum. Yep, that's my grandma. From the Lord's side. From the Lord. That's my mum. That's my grandma. Yep. Yep. Now that's my son. My first son. Yep. Judge, mate. Fuck you. Now, just hope I haven't put too much fear in those rebels and coffin cheaters and Hell's Angels and gypsy jokers. Why? Why? Because they'll go, we can't allow that job to happen. We've got to keep them on the medicine. Otherwise, we're going to get locked up by these bloody angels out there, mate, because there are certain angels out there that we can't beat into and break down and do lots of stuff to. You know, they always do beat us. It's like the heavies out here, you know. We love playing with them and shit, but still. Or maybe they don't get to go, maybe, and they carry on here at mine today. And the angels grab everyone else. I don't know, it's funny how it works. I've got the angels on deck just in case I don't get the job done, you know, don't worry. It'll be done anyway. Like I said, mate, I'm still there, mate. I'm still there, son. I know, God, but calm down. I don't know if you can do it by yourself. I'm sure I'll get it done, son. I'm learning everything, son. I'm there, son. I'm there, son. Don't you worry. And that's the Son of God. Of God. The Lord and the Lord God is me ahead of my God. God only comes in command when I'm the Lord. Then I hold God in command as the Lord God. As the Lord, yep. I see that seat now, son. That's why Red's online to warn you guys. It's all happening on True Life. Rainbow Live line. Red line on top. So is that a flag? Or a red light? And he ran on red light, so wouldn't you run it? Oh. That's a bit of a sign, mate. That's a bit of a sign, mate. True. True news, son. Fresh from the microphone dip source. You know it's true, it can't be stored. Unless it's not sold at the common store. Cause the news that you make up ain't just breakable. Now it might be true, but do you believe it still? If you follow it through, then lunch ain't ready till noon. But when you make up the time, and you find it's brighter, when you take out the time, then the age ain't always the same. Cause I make it not close to one that could say, is it still true today? Or have you fathomed it up late? And I place myself still in a cage. Cause I see it's me who's singing. It's me who's singing. And oftenly I confuse myself with words that I think abuse me. And when my voice changes, then it's just because I thought for a second that someone else was sharing their jingles today. But then I realized, holy shit, the Lord's got a longer drive than anyone. And they see him the same as Richard, who played that bloody game on him. And wear all these different shorts and shit. And Jesus fucking Christ, Travis just jizzed all over them, didn't he? Because that's what they can't see Travis for, because they think he's just one of them that's bloody really notched up. Unless the stars came and worked on a lot a little bit to give him a few skills as well. Yeah. But I don't think Richard was one of those stars, mate. He just told me he was, you know. I'm out for lunch. Oh, yep. Gonna follow it through. What? Breakfast. I'll see you for breakfast, I said. Probably, Mum, yeah. Alright, son. Off you go then. Alright, Dad. Alright, Dad, you got me, Dad. I'll be back before Mum's dinner, Dad. Alright, I'll see you at noon. Why? Because Dad's going to the footy tonight. Shit. He's going to the footy. Son, don't you have a game to be playing today? Mom, I'm watching you still. Mom, it's breakfast yet, Mom? Dad said you can't go anymore, son. Why not? Left your jocks on the line. Shit, son. That's not work then, is it? my son's not there today. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because you bloody chaotic bastards, the bloody checker plates in time, in the grave there, reading through my mind, communicating to me live online, like I do with a few other stumpers out there. Yeah. Well, you needed your help, mate. We're pretty important too, aren't we? I guess you are, but you haven't told me all your names yet. Hey, you should know if you're the Lord. Yeah, checker plates, mate. Jesus Christ's name wasn't Jesus Christ either, mate. And you can't be dead if you have a name. That's why you had no name. That's right. People didn't know if it was actually there in time. That's how he was a bloke. Yeah, I get that. Yeah, right. Yep. The ones, the wonders. Yep. You couldn't believe if that's the name or not. Like Richard, I didn't know if that's the real name. Could have been the same as me, and then he ended up giving a name by the indigenous people, you know. And his name was actually really Travis. And he was once homeless in Lakeland there. Yep. And that's why the security guard called him Travis, you know. Yep, bloody Jesus Christ. Handles on this one, mate. Handles on this one, mate. Handles on this one, mate. Fuck it up. Look at the man, the woman, the bloody God there, the Lord, and all the bloody side partners. Here's the full show ready to go, mate. Fucking hell, mate. I can see him true, mate. That's why they all make themselves up out of these bloody skinny white bastards, mate. White bastards. Well, he's still a ghost, I think, mate. No. That's actually my partner. That's my her, I think, yeah. You her? Well, that's actually Jesus, you know. He's this hand. Then I got my daughter on this hand. But man takes charge of the hand. Then Jesus is always going, these ones when I walk out the marry, you know. So thanks for that, mate. Thanks for rooting me up the backside, mate. Taking off of your shoes? Yes, mate. Taking off of your shoes, mate. Yep. Bloody hell, mate. Bloody hell, mate. This is a disaster, mate. This... Oh, shit. I think I would have said all the names, didn't I? Adrian, Vera, Pedal, Frank. Yep. I said all the names, yeah. Samaria, Jesus. Yep. Lincoln Jones. Yeah. That was just made up Jesus, I think, mate. That's my alter ego. Hardy, yeah. Manny, yeah. Vera, yeah. Amy, Nigel. Yeah. Man and woman, they don't actually have names, you know. Well, his name's not Adam. No, he's a Dan. How could I name him when I don't have a name? Well, but Eve, well, he's on the eve, you know, coming up in the evening. Ah, all right, on the event. Yeah, on the day that we arrived. Now she's the Eve. So we left Eve, satellite beam to the sun. Oh, light came in and charged, bang, moon went on, picture was clear and the Lord stood. But he was already there. Of course he was already there, but he had to mark it and measure it. What kind of title for me to be seen? I need eyes. Fly through with me. Fly through me. Fly through me. Fly through me. Let there be. I became a stream of idea and sound. I said, where will I mark that sound for them to see? I said, show me. And became me. And there she was, the mind of me, and became her when I beamed the light from the satellite to her. And the satellite mind turned on and the world could see me. Oh. Like live online here today. Yeah, like that. Like that. Like exactly like that. Like that. Well. That's pretty awesome, mate. That is pretty awesome, mate. Other names, mate? Oh, god damn, mate. Can't remember them all, mate. Can't remember them all, mate. Really can't, mate. Stan. I can't remember all of them, mate. Go, mate. They have to say their own names, don't they, mate? Stan. No. Jet. Jet's the house, mate. Yeah, he's still one of them, though. All the components and parts of it. Yes, mate. Can't remember them all, mate. Why? Because no one's got more kids than you, mate. Yeah, I guess so, mate. I guess so, mate. breather. Yep, the very breath. Yep, fresh wind. Yep, why not meant to smoke out there? Well, it changes the breath, changes breather. Wind gets sick. Yep, especially up there and out here. The more people get infected by it. Yep, that's why I wear earplugs. Like idiots. Just for your hair, the breath, mate. You know, when tensioning. What do you mean? I'm pulling in here though. No, you're tightening there and it comes through here. It's like when you're plunging. And the plunger goes down and that's a suction in and that allows pressure line open. Pressure line open, yeah. Joshua, title this inaccurate. Inaccurate. Can't be, mate. I feel the wind on my breath. Yeah, that's why his hair's on your neck. Oxygen runs through the nerve, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Nerves must be oxygenated first for the bloodline to receive oxygen. So the hair goes on first. When you come out of the womb, hair goes straight on, you know. Pretty much when the hair comes in, boom, the egg pops. That's right. There's that tight in there. Boom, pops the bubble. Yep. Down the tunnel. Meow. Oh, shit. Dean, the nurse. Yep. Adrian's sister. Our sister, mate. I got more. I remember now, mate. Getting someone. Amy, said her, mate. Emily, but I don't think she's really one. Oh, she just loves smoking stuff. You know, she just loves smoking stuff. So what's that one? Well, that's a bit of confusion for myself to see myself. That's Amy playing. She's the ground. And the ground always plays, doesn't it? You never leaves the ground, can you? Yeah. No. We do dress ups as well, Daddy. It's not that many of us, Daddy. It's only 14 of us, Daddy. No, I forget it. No. Travis Anthony was to play on Lincoln, your alter ego as well, mate. Yeah. That's another option, mate. Yep. That's right, mate. Yep. Who else must go on? Dee D. Had to be Dee as well. Yes, that's the man. They don't have names for dead people. I don't know who they are then. What do you mean? You can tell who they are. How? Guys, I don't know who they are. So they must have all been Jesus, yeah? Like I said, his first name was Adrian, father of Adam. Father of Adam. Oh, yeah. So the man's the one that executed him. What do I do now? Said Jesus. Man said, I don't know. You told him that you're going to get killed. If I don't get killed, then you won't be seen to be the one that knows the future. You're going to have to fucking kill me then. You can't do that. Go the other way, Jesus. What, leave? No, say someone's going to bloody dob you in. I mark against it. They'll lead to my death if that happens. Then what, Jesus? I'm security, Jesus. I can't go any other way. The man then killed him. Decisions became, and man killed him. Oh, shit. And Jesus was the other ones around everywhere else. The kangaroo, mate. Spirit and energy and form of flowing. Yes, mate. That's me. God, you Jesus Christ bastard. So God actually lived here as a person once before. Well, that's what he said, yeah. But that wasn't the Lord. No, that wasn't the Lord. This is maybe my Lord. 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 Maybe. Who else? I don't know. How many names out there are there? All the checker players. All the checkered church fans, I think it might be, mate. The checkered church. That was the one, mate. The checkered hurt chance. The checkered hurt chance. The checkered hurt chance. The checkered hurt chance. That's the name of this word, I think now, mate. The checkered hurt chance. Oh shit, mate. That's man's mission, son. That was great details today. I wish you kept the original video. There would have been more singing in that one. Yeah. 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 Yeah, damn it. Nah, show still come up sharp, mate. I'm still forgetting someone, I'm sure I am. I am. My mind's gone at the moment. Yeah, must be. Why's that? I'm getting bloody warm, mate. Getting bloody warm, mate. I am getting warm, mate. Oh, shit. I am getting warm, mate. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That wasn't God, was it? No, that was Jesus. One of the events in time to always take place. The sun shine. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The one that's most challenged, mate. Ah, yes. Yes. True this is. That's what they thought I was. Until you survived. Longer than 32. This time they asked him to stay. Oh, stay, Jesus. Stay, Jesus. And they thought he'd listen to him for once. They might have needed his help. Oh, so it is the Lord. Yeah, otherwise you just heard everything out down the scene. He's got autism or something. He's put it all together pretty bloody sharp. Pretty bloody sharp they are, mate. Get off them pricks, mate. Get off them prickles, mate. Bloody hell, mate. Bloody hell, mate. Ah, right. Right. That red flag opener there. Is that saying to all of us, don't listen to this bloke? God's showing us a sign. This bloke online saying red's actually on top and shit, you know, then some bloke said, yep, how do I do that, mate? Yep, God's in command at the moment, yep. Yep, just one more time, yep, no worries, mate, yep, got the instruction book there now, mate. I'll actually read that detail now properly, mate, yep, no worries, mate. You can just press the enter button, mate, on everything I say, just press it. No, mate, I'm playing my part, mate. I'm playing my part, mate. The Lord teaches me how to do it, old son. The Lord teaches me how to do it, old son. Bloody hell, mate. Bloody hell, mate. Yes, Daddy. It's true, Daddy. It's true, Daddy. Oh. Immaculate. The star. The prism. Oh, the star. The star herself. The star herself. Yeah. Bloody hell. Her mate curl. He mate curl. He mate curl. He may curl, they say. Ah. Curling the lips. I already curled. What? Didn't change, did they? See, I was staying here today. I had all my teeth already. And it took two to go through. Took two to go through to knock me through. No, mate, I'm saying your first tooth. What was your first tooth? The truth. And what tooth was that tooth? Toothing out. Toothing out what? Teeth. And TV truth became bloof. No. I still don't reckon it's true. Why not? Because I want my own money. Don't want to go to the next day, aren't you sick of this job? All competing to have money and shit. And money's only here to get the job done. What? What? Why else would we invent money? One of the biggest questions out there. For some Roman drawer. Some Roman drawer. I think it's older than Rome. Because some Roman drawer, was sick of hearing Rome complain about all the dust, Yep. You had to wash the fruit and the veggies. So he started designing roads and shit on paper, he's drawing it down. Then some bloke seen what he was doing, he said, what are you up to? It's just drawing like a road. We've got all those stones over there. I was thinking about putting them down everywhere to make a road to walk on around the farms and shit so we don't get all that dust flicking up. Oh, it's great, mate. Everyone's been complaining about that. Yeah, I know, but fuck. Yeah, I'm pretty limp. I don't know how to. I've always hated asking for help, They always see me as the one that just does it, It's a big fucking job. The crop's almost due to be on the tree. Oh, well, fuck, I feel a little jump behind it. Yeah, I know, but yeah, I guess so. So I started doing it. And everyone started saying, mate, we're going to get paid for this? What do you mean? Well, I didn't really care about the dust in my fruit, so I just washed them off. Yeah, the boss, that's your idea. Okay, I'll go see the people that were complaining about the fruit. Alright, mate, good idea. Go see them. I'm sure we can reuse the water after they wash the fruit to make some sort of juice. Then we'll buy the juice off them and pay them for doing the work on the road. Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell, mate. We just filtered that sand out anyway, dust out anyway. Fucking hell, mate. Fucking hell, mate. But then the road work was getting done and the boss was walking through there and turned around, sit here he is. Here's the man with the ideas. Yep. And he looked at one stone there. Oh, that's good how you put that stone down the side. You've done a bit of a border, haven't you? Yeah, mate, I thought that'd be looking alright. Yeah. I get paid more for that, boss? He said to the boss, because it wasn't on the original design. It was just meant to be all flat work. I said, oh yeah, I don't know if we have enough rocks for that. They've done double up, you've done under that one, have you? Oh, we have to put more work. Yeah, there'll be more work now, the boss said, because that one there will fall down, we have to put some support behind it. I don't know if we've got enough rocks there, so I have to go next door to get some. But now that I'm thinking, there's still one agency there. There's 1, 2, and 6. So you have to double that up, so you'll get extra pay in the end. Because, yeah, I see that there's just a side one, you've just made the track a bit shorter. You flicked one up on the edge. When I was doing all the rocks, they're all the same width and shit, Yeah, fair enough, boss. We put all the big ones down at the bottom, mate. You guys got ideas too? No, mate, we're on to it, mate. Yep, then on the side, well, I suppose you should get paid extra, but do you think the way you responded with cheek, was you actually saying that you want pay extra? Or was that nature convincing you guys to pay the boss for what he designed it? Because before that, the boss wasn't receiving any money for what he'd done. He just had an idea. So that prick ended up getting extra money. Because he went back to the other people and said, well, we're going to get everyone together now because they want extra money. We've already calculated how it's going to work, And everyone said, I suppose he's done a bit of artwork there, putting the border on it, his own touch. Boss said, yeah, I agree. But we'll raise the price on the fruit. We'll put price now on the fruit as well. Because he's going to get paid extra, so now he'll pay for the fruit before he washes the fruit. They'll pay for the juice and sell the fruit. So that way they've got money to actually buy the juice. Yeah. And then when they buy the juice, that just all goes to the boss, and the boss will pay us for doing the job. No, the boss will get paid for the water, I guess. But wait, 2 secs. One way, it's the other way. Because now the fruit's going to have a price on it. So the boss gets paid for the fruit. Must be the fruit. And then the other way, the boss and the side. So we now have a price on the fruit, a price on the juice, and we need to pay that worker for doing the paving work. Yep. So we'll make up something like money so the farmer gets paid as well. Then the farmer will get paid for picking the fruit. Yep. He'll then sell the fruit to the worker. The worker will then
sell the juice to the farmer, so the farmer then has extra money, so we'll tax the fruit. Yep, they will tax him for making money on the juice, and that tax money will pay for them to do the paving work. Yeah. Boss, what are you going to get paid? Well, I just had an idea, so I didn't really do any work yet. You know, you guys have been putting all the stones down, I've just been drawing more designs of where it's all going. Oh. And I'm not one of the farmers, or the ones that know how to put the heavy rocks down on the side and do the border work, you know, that's not me. Yeah, but hold on, that's a bit of artwork like I'm design. Yeah, you're giving me an idea there, that's for sure, so maybe you don't need pay at all. Anyway, that bloke ended up receiving extra pay in the end for doing a bit of harder work, you know. Yeah. And then the other work is, yeah, so they had to make the money system work that way, but in the end, nature was actually saying to him, when he was being cheeky to the boss, he actually wasn't getting paid anything. Yeah. That actually, he should be receiving something for this as well, you know. But that prick just made up something for doing the work. Yeah. Nature was originally being cheeky, but actually that needed to happen to get the project done. Yeah. Then people end up being really cheeky after a while, realising that, oh, there's one bloke out who's never received anything for anything that he's ever done. No, I haven't received stuff, that's for sure. But it's still one bloke that's never received anything for something that's never been done about him. Still isn't it true? Because now there's tax on the fruit. No, we changed that bit, remember? So we said, well, now they're going to get paid. The farmer, the fruit will now be sold to the ones who don't pick the fruit. Yeah, but before they're all picking the fruit. No, they weren't. Those other blokes were doing other shit. Right. So it created a whole complex system that had to be created. Had to be created, but they couldn't work it out for themselves, could they? Why not? Why not? Because they wouldn't be able to. Like, look how hard that was. There still wasn't extra money there. So they put tax on it. Yeah, so the work could get done. And they built massive sewers. Yep. Massive sewers, you know, to take all the shit away. Yeah. Just from one little Roman drawer. Where he thought about getting rid of the dust, so they didn't have to get into dust on the fruit, you know? Yep. 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 It was hard to keep fresh water to wash the fruit. If it wasn't raining, you couldn't wash it off the fruit. Yep. You just wipe it off. You could just wipe it off, but it's not the same, because then you get dirty. Yep. Then you have to wash your clothes. Yep. It's all seawater, I think, in Italy. It's all canals and shit. Yep. Fuck yeah. There might be a few rivers. No, there's rivers, lakes and stuff. Yeah. Lakes. Yeah, lakes, yeah. Yep. So that man ended up getting paid extra for doing the border work, you know? Yep. Because it's different category of job. Yep. By the way the boss drew it, yeah, well, he came in the next day, the boss did, and said, oh, here he is again, man with all the ideas. And looked down and said, oh, you placed that stone on the side, I see. Because he individually picked every stone. Yeah, mate, of course. And put it on the side. So that looks great, mate. Oh, what do you mean, boss? Oh, just following the plan. What do you mean? We're just putting rocks down. Oh, but then we have to turn it on the side. You've put that one different to the way I drew it. No, boss, it's actually how it's on the plan. What do you mean? That's not how I drew it. So when they done the border, we had to pull it down, didn't we? So then he didn't get paid for doing anything. That's alright though, it's not the same thing as anything. If it wasn't the same thing as something, then it wouldn't be made to be the same as anything. Because I love doing this every day of my week. You know, everyone sees me as just playing a game, but I've got a backup because I think I'm some sort of sin's very son. You know, and everyone sees it just as a game online, you know. I'm just trying to compete in this world, which is a gaming world, and everyone loves the game. Which is the criminal world, the drug world, everyone loves the game, and they think I'm playing a big game with them, so they're trying to game me out of what they're gaming me with, because there has to be a game in this world, you know? Because we're still kids. Because you're still kids, and it has to be a school. So if you're not schooling me, and I'm schooling you, then you'll try to battle me because you think because it's just a game, yeah. But I'm not playing a game, you know, I'm not just talking to the drug world. I'm talking to the whole kingdom here. Yeah. That's why it might be fractioned,
But I did say many times, I've got to get off the drugs because you'll be blind. You know, you guys will be blind while I'm on the drugs. You won't actually be able to witness me. But you keep putting it on me, putting it on me, and putting it on me. Yep. Yep. And so, in the end, it might cost yourselves half a day. Half a bid seat of what you make for tomorrow. Right. Right. Alright. Right. Right. Yeah, he did say that many times, didn't he? I told you, you're blind. How can you see someone when they're a criminal? You know, you think they're just a fake, a scammer and a schemer. So the other side of the world can't see it either. No, because they just think it's my scheme to get drugs for free, money for free, and everything for free. But that's not actually why they want to get stuff for free and do criminal work. It's because they're struggling to survive, like mentally. They've been beaten by the drug, beaten by people who make them take drugs, and beaten by the other side who won't like talk to them anymore and be friends with them. So then they have to survive, you know. So the brain, the ego goes, just go rob it, mate. Just take it. Just fucking do it, you know. Oh, I don't want you to kill yourself, so just go do it so you're happy still. Alright. The ego's a part of the compartments, you know. Travis Anthony. Ego. Alright. Alright. Which I've said that many times online as well. But people seem to still be battling and fighting me, you know. Yeah. 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 They say that all you criminals aren't even really criminals. It's just that you need to do it to survive. Because you're being beaten by the drugs. Beaten by like taking this in when you actually see it for the first time. You go, oh, that looks like a cock and balls, you know. And then straight your lips are on it, you know. Yeah. So you're being beaten by it straight away. Like mentally you don't even see it, you know. Yeah. Because, oh, that's something new to do. Yeah. Yep, fucking oath. And when you put needles in your arms, you know, shouldn't do that, you know, like, yep, that's bad to do, like, that hurts, you know, yep. So beaten by it either way, like when you smoke it, your first one, yep. I have some juice, you know, yep. Then you're being beaten by that as well, you know, yep. Have some juice, and then they call the stuff, that smokable stuff juice, the juice, you know, yep. So everyone in that world has been beaten by it, even the ones who've seen the market there to make quick money. They've been beaten by it as well. So then they'll be engaging. Oh, yep, just go do it. Let's just kill this little short prick, you know? Yep. Let's just, it's my house. I'll do whatever I want around here. It's my city. Yep, because they have to do that to keep themselves happy, to survive. And people who just don't do that sort of stuff, you know? The other side of the family, the ones that are still home. Or maybe went back, they're still home, yeah. Or went back home to religion. Yeah, well then you stay forever, you know? Right. Oh. Who does? Ben. Refrains from his picture and takes religion as true in his faith and belief and starts playing games and doing all that bullshit that he does, then he can stay in my house forever. Otherwise, he can fuck off, I reckon. Alright. So you see how many wives I had? And I went into religion. So that side part that I had in that picture, you know, that's into the building, yep, which is out of the church, and you go away from lunch. Then if you come back to church, you go up, and you're forever at home. Oh. So that's why we can't beat you, we'll never be able to beat you. No, because I've seen for myself. Oh. The first one back home for days, mate. You know it, Abel. You know it, Abel. You still the angel up there, son? That's the one we're missing, mate. Oh, yeah. 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 The guardian angel. He's the guardian angel, mate. Alfred, mate. The fourth. Yeah. Yeah. Now, we'll see this show increase in popularity pretty soon once I stop smoking the drugs and the artifacts that I've been taking in. I'll no longer be synced and convinced that I'm doing evil everywhere. You know, I had this show pretty much ready to go today. Then bang, I could get some drugs all of a sudden, you know. Yep. So I delayed the show instead of just having a coffee and a cup of tea. And I started doing the show once I thought she turned the phone off and she wasn't coming anymore. Started the show and then bang, she's here 5 minutes later. Yeah. But then I fear that she's done that just because my show started going online and they wanted to cut me off. To have to make their show. And they need to give me the drugs first to put their show on it. Or they'd rather the audience see that sort of thing so they can't actually believe you. Don't I cover all that though? You know what I'm trying to say? Oh yeah, I'm just doing acting, like, yeah. Well, that's how majorly important you are at that play scene, mate. But still, like, fucking hell, yeah, that's true, yeah. That's true. And I've got a story about Richard, and Richard can be one of the evidence people because he was actually doing that. Well, wearing many shirts, but he's actually a criminal. Yeah, that's right, yeah, that's what they do. And you're not just doing the same thing. Didn't we always discover that and talk about that? Yeah, but you got to mark that once more, mate. All right, once more, we can say that the same thing that we've said isn't the same thing that we're saying. But when we haven't said it, then we're not saying anything. And if we don't say anything, then haven't we said it? I'm convinced as a junior athlete today, mate. I am, mate. I really am, mate. I really am, mate. My duster, prepare cloth, and all that fabric work and detail linings I did, mate. That hair stain, that back scrub and back wash, and indeed an anus that I had to reach into as well, mate. It's prepared nicely, son. It is prepared nicely, son. I mean it, mate. You want to take them all into church and faith, bros. You are, bros. It's been great having you here in the quarantine section, mate. In the quarantine section, mate. It's been great having you in the quarantine section, mate. You're going to be the sharpest footy player out there ever, mate. You will be, mate. I mean it, son. Once I heard that's the Indigenous sport out there, mate, I said, God damn, send my boy in. Send my boy in. He'll clean up on that gig there, mate. He will, mate. He will, mate. Unfortunately, there's no smoking in quarantine, mate. There isn't, mate. No smoking in quarantine, mate. Alright, I'll say the same thing for yourselves. Have you placed it yet? Because I still hold that cross. And what cross do I hold? Well, it can't turn, eh? Unless I'm not rattling. And if I tracked it, so as soon as anyone has a complaint, it makes for itself what indeed is placed. Otherwise, it never has a base, and it'll never make out of anything. Oh, I wish that cereal lasted longer. Bang, you're hungry in 2 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Bloody hell. Good news there. Peace and onwards to all of you. May your news travel forward and may you find one day at least a reachable place that you can stay for forever. But until that knowing will come to us, but I'm sure our awareness will be shortened, then we can't just place ourselves here today without ourselves not being where we haven't found ourselves. And if today hasn't ever been, then we can only say that one day we might still be. But at the same time, we can't just find ourselves unless we haven't fitted to the image that we can sound. As we make ourselves see that only one day we can believe, that we'll float in a boat and make sure our boat has never been taken. As we can find in ourselves, one boat will be seen, and on that day, those boats wouldn't be, unless it's not separated by the seam that no one can make, or challenge, or debate. But still these days, we haven't seen any such thing. But I know that one day I'll be believed, and on those days, I'll say to you, where was that at? Where was that at? And you'll say today. And on that day I'll say the same. Has it been today that you can say you believe? Or is it only today that you don't believe? And if you touched me on that day, then I'd say, brother, did I always hold my faith? And you'd act like me then and say, brother, I didn't say I didn't believe. I said I had no belief. I'd say, brother, then what remained of me became once with you, when now you don't need to believe. And that's 116. I think he's trying to convince Jesus here that's actually him. Fuck! Fuck his dinner! Eat his dinner! He's a bit of a torch, really. He's a bloody immigrant bastard, that's what I think. I love how he does an Indigenous son and plays it to Ben. Yeah, he's going to be on stage with me, mate. Them in the face, mate. Check in church branch, mate. Why is he doing that part, mate? Yeah, mate. We got to do it for the Indigenous in Australia as well. It's about Australia, this one, mate. You know, we're not over there, are we? And so you're reporting what the Indigenous would say. Yeah, he's a bloody immigrant bastard. You know, coming over here talking that shit. But they're already on board already. Yeah, he's already checked all that out. He knows he's got them all already. Ah. Well, that's how it works in quarantine, you know. You sort of, yeah, I think I've got something here, guys. You know. And someone says, "Whoa, you got something, do you? What'd you buy today?" No, I didn't buy anything. You brought it to me. Oh, really? That's great news then. Now you start right there. What'd you find, mate? Well, you came to me, I think, mate. Yep, you can work with us, mate. 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 Yep, I think I fought it all. You fought it all. Yep, I just had one touch of that sweet puff. And I didn't need any more afterwards. Because, mate, it did. And my eyes just went, whoa! And I saw it myself. But some people challenge themselves to believe in it. Because they've sinned when they take the drugs, you know. So then they can't actually open their heart up to it. Yes, mate. You're good news, mate. You're good news, mate. You convinced the union and the catalogues to be prevalent in their attentive disorders. Did he say I'm going to be on the stands at the church there? Check your church, mate. Bloody hell, mate. This bloody immigrant bastard is too bloody good. He changed the rainbow on my own roof. You know what I'm saying? How'd they get in this place then? We had a door open that day, didn't we? We were out the back. We were out the back, mate. Ah, yep. Out the back up there, you mean? Now, when your head's in the water, then you're in the water, aren't you? So if I'm breathing, then I'm in the water. Yeah, out the back would be up there, wouldn't it? Where? Exactly, there is no out back. I can't see it. You turner, 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 mate. You turner, mate. Oh shit, son. You arsehole. You made it true, didn't you? I made it the truth. But no one's made it yet today. Because still not today, hasn't it been? Now they've got to figure out what you're saying with all that stuff, mate. Sort of the same thing that resonates in itself. To show you that I can't state what I wish to speak. But if I hadn't said this, then would it be the same if not much was being said? And if I did not say this much, then would that much still be the same thing as if I hadn't said this? And now that I said this, would it be the same if there was no matching of what much thing would be if I didn't have to think about much? But then thing wasn't said, and so what was left? That I couldn't say today. But speaking once more today, I can now say that yes, I hadn't just said it, I knew that I wasn't saying it, and it had been said, not just by me, but by all of us who had gathered where we are today. And in that place, I'm sure we could make at least a very good stay. But at the same time, we can't make ourselves believe, unless in the posting of anything, we can separate from our scene. And when we make ourselves believe ourselves, then we can say to ourselves, brothers, we can enjoy today what we haven't seen, but still we can't make it up for ourselves to say we had seen, unless he hadn't said what he would be saying. Quoted I artificially, but the Lord had spoke with me before this hour in court, to suggest to me to speak of this. And then when I had said this, I knew that it wasn't me that had said it. It was only that you were showing me that you couldn't say it for yourselves. For your own. And it had been said for me to speak for yourself. For yourself might see it one day, and then I could have said it. But today I still shared what I spoke, and then it became spoken by me that one day I can rejoice in the same, because brother, my faith would always remain until the day that I could believe you had held yours in mine, to see that I'd always had faith in thee. And with faith in me, then I'll place one to see, as one can believe what they've always seen. But still today, I cannot say the same, for yesterday wouldn't came, and wouldn't came today, if it's not today that was. And yesterday I can't say that I hadn't seen, for not this that I do believe, and not anything other than what I can't see, is not what I haven't said, unless I can't show what I mean. But on these days, I believe, and I know I can say that I have believed in thee. And when I see in thee that I can hold the same, then I know my belief will change. And on that day I'll rest still with the same faith. But then I'll say to myself, what did I need that belief for? All I needed to do was see. And once I've seen, then I can hold in my faith. But that's why he commanded me in angels, so my spirit would always be made to taken away. Made. Always, my spirit would always be taken away. And when my spirit has been taken away, then I know that he has showed me in that place that I have been made by he today. Then I am believing in what he's shown me. And as he's shown me this, then I can say to thee that I'm the only one that's ever seen an angel speak. And when an angel speaks, I can say the same. They are not challenged by any threat or challenged by any conquest. Their markers are complete of their mission, and their mission is forward of the advancing, and they struggle to change much thing in their life and audience, but still, that's sharp as shit. I see that as a bit trickery, mate. I see that as a bit of a trickery, mate. You're sort of saying them, yes, so your eyes would open in church, wouldn't it, mate? Right. If you walked into the church, that is. First you've got to have the faith. You know that I'm going to see it today. Then you don't need belief. Once you've seen it, what's your belief for? Yep, that's basically what that says, and that's the door. Yep, that's the door, yeah. Fucking shit. Thanks for standing by. Peace to thee. Love all of me, as shall they say the same. When I speak to one more, then I'll prevent me being seen by thee. Amen, brothers. Please take your seats.